When companies first start building mobile phone networks, they started in the cities and in developed countries, where electricity was freely available and the sites easily accessible. However, as the networks expanded beyond the cities and also into developing countries, telecom companies were faced with new hurdles. Often, the base stations were beyond the reach of national power grids, locations were geographically challenging, and as a result, costs were significantly higher.
Conventionally, the base stations comprise of bulky base transceivers, we call BTS, and they are placed in an indoor environment where air conditioning is required, and this requires a higher consumption of power.
We're actually connecting places where there is no electricity, so you have to produce it at the site locally. The traditional way of doing it has been using diesel generators.
But diesel generators come with a multitude of problems of their own. Nokia Siemens Network's Flexi base stations provide a solution to all of these problems.
Flexi base station is developed by Nokia Siemens Network as a new generation base transceiver system. This is compact in size, and it can be it's a modular concept where you can increase the size of the capacity of the base station as per needed.
Apart from the compact size and the ease at which the stations can be transported and set up, the advanced smart sites could be designed to be completely autonomous, able to generate their own energy and practically maintain themselves.
The type of renewable energy that is used is always depending on the site itself. A good example is our sites in India, where we use a hybrid of solar and wind because of the monsoon season.
Shelters which were common in conventional sites have been eliminated, and with them the need for air conditioning, reducing power consumption. The smart sites have reduced steel usage by 40%, the weight of foundations by 20%, and as a result, CO2 emissions of building the site itself has been reduced by 30%.
The initial investment in renewable energy technology is larger than with diesel generators, but the business case is not that simple, but you need to look at the total cost of ownership over time.
Once a solution was found for the base station, the next challenge was the structure that carries the antenna, the tower, which is the heart of every base station, both in terms of cost as well as function. Nokia Siemens Networks decided to replace the conventional four-legged towers with three-legged tubular smart towers. The smart towers have the same structural strength but weigh 40% less and have 80% fewer components, making them easier to transport and quicker to set up. Aluminum feeders have replaced the more expensive copper feeders. The added benefit of this is that the aluminum cables are also less likely to be stolen than copper ones.
We have renewable energy powered base stations in about 30 countries, mostly in Africa and some Asian countries and Central South America. In 2011, Nokia Siemens Networks will always see renewable power as the first choice of energy for any off-grid or unreliable grid sites.
Although initially developed for areas beyond the power grid, the smart sites have proven to be popular even in developed markets. SoftBank is one of the largest wireless carriers in Japan, and with land being so scarce and expensive in Japan, the smart sites were an obvious choice for SoftBank.
Now with the Flexi BTS, the size is a lot smaller. The benefit of the Flexi BTS is that it has lower power consumption, 60% of the power consumption.
SoftBank were also attracted by the low initial capital investment for the smart sites, which on average cost 15% less than conventional sites. And especially in places such as Japan, where land is more expensive, the compact size of the smart sites offers up to 40% savings on site rental costs.
For example, let's take a larger city with 5,000 base stations. With our new energy efficient solution, when we replace those 5,000 base stations, you will save the carbon dioxide of 21,000 cars.
In some countries, power companies are already buying any excess electricity from users who can generate them. So if you have a solar panel and you produce excess energy in the summer, you can sell it back to the power company. These autonomous smart sites in all areas of the world might one day follow the same principle, ensuring digital communication, lowering energy consumption, and at the same time, making a profit.